Your daughter is going to juvenile detention if you don't comply right now. Those words came from the mouth of a woman standing on my driveway. Her finger pointed at my 80-year-old like she was a hardened criminal. My hands trembled with rage as I stepped between Vanessa Sterling and my little girl, Lily, who clutched her stuffed rabbit with tears streaming down her face. I had no idea that in exactly 48 hours, the same woman would be the one in handcuffs, screaming my name as federal agents dragged her away. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take you back to where this nightmare truly began. 3 weeks earlier, on what seemed like an ordinary Tuesday afternoon, Lily had just discovered the magic of sidewalk chalk. She'd spent the entire afternoon creating an elaborate hopscotch coat on our driveway, complete with rainbow colors, butterflies, and her favorite cartoon characters. Her giggles echoed through Willowbrook Estates as she hopped from square to square, her blonde pigtails bouncing with each jump. I was inside making her favorite snack, peanut butter crackers shaped like stars, when I heard the shouting, "Stop immediately! Stop!" I dropped everything and ran outside. Vanessa Sterling stood at the edge of my property, her designer sunglasses perched on her perfectly contoured face, holding her phone up like it was a weapon. She was filming my daughter. "What the hell are you doing?" I demanded, positioning myself between her camera and Lily. "Documenting evidence," Vanessa said coldly, her voice dripping with superiority. "Your child is defacing community property. HOA Code 7B clearly prohibits any alterations to visible surfaces, including driveways, walkways, and curbs." "It's chalk. It washes away." I could feel my blood pressure rising. "Irrelevant. Rules exist for a reason, Megan. This neighborhood isn't some trailer park where children run wild. We have standards." She tapped on her phone screen. "I'm sending this footage to the board. You have 24 hours to remove every trace of this vandalism." Lily had gone silent, her small frame shaking. "Mommy, did I do something bad?" "No, baby, you didn't do anything wrong," I said, pulling her close while glaring at Vanessa. "Some people just forgot what it's like to be a kid." Vanessa's perfectly painted lips curled into a smile that made my skin crawl. "Teach her discipline now, or life will teach her later. Trust me, I'm doing you both a favor." She walked away in her 4-inch heels, leaving us standing there in stunned silence. That night I received the first official letter. It was printed on HOA letterhead, signed by Vanessa Sterling, HOA Compliance Director. The violation fine, $300 for chalk drawings. I thought it would end there. I was wrong. So incredibly wrong. Over the next 2 weeks, Vanessa launched a full-scale war against my 80-year-old daughter. She wasn't just enforcing rules, she was hunting us. When Lily rode her bike on the sidewalk, Vanessa appeared with a measuring tape claiming the bike was 2 inches over the acceptable width for pathway use, fine $150. When Lily's birthday party balloons were tied to our mailbox, Vanessa cut them down herself, leaving a note citing unauthorized decorations on postal infrastructure, fine $200. When Lily drew a hopeful rainbow with chalk on our private porch, Vanessa somehow obtained photos and claimed it violated aesthetic uniformity standards, fine $400. But the nightmare truly escalated on Saturday morning. Lily had begged me for weeks to have a lemonade stand. "Mommy, please, I want to save money for the animal shelter." She'd seen a news story about abundant puppies, and it had broken her tender heart. How could I say no to that? We set up a small folding table at the end of our driveway. Lily made hand-drawn signs decorated with puppies and hearts. The lemonade was freshly squeezed, her grandfather's secret recipe, 50 cents a cup, every penny going to help animals. She'd made exactly $7.50. 15 cups sold to our kind neighbors when Vanessa's black Mercedes SUV screeched to a halt in front of our house. She exploded out of that vehicle like a demon unleashed. "Unlicensed commercial activity," Vanessa shrieked, her face flushed red beneath her makeup. "You are operating an illegal business on HOA property. This is a code red violation. It's a lemonade stand, you psychopath, I shouted back, no longer caring about being polite. I don't care if she's selling water in the Sahara Desert. Rules are rules. Vanessa pulled out her phone. I'm calling the police, and I'm calling Child Protective Services. This child is being exploited for labor. My heart stopped. You're calling CPS on an 80-year-old selling lemonade for charity? Your daughter is going to juvenile detention if you don't comply right now. Vanessa hissed, her eyes gleaming with sick satisfaction. I will make sure she is removed from this home for her own protection. Lily was sobbing behind me, her small voice breaking. I just wanted to help the puppies, Mummy. That's when our neighbor, Marcus Shen, stepped forward. Marcus was a quiet man, a software engineer who kept to himself, but something in his expression had changed, something dark and knowing. Vanessa, Marcus said quietly, you should walk away right now. Stay out of this, Marcus, unless you want violations too, Vanessa snapped. I'm a forensic accountant. Marcus's voice was steel, and I've been running some very interesting numbers on our HOA finances. Want to guess what I found? The color drained from Vanessa's face. I don't know what you're. Call the police, Marcus interrupted. Please, I'm begging you, call them. Vanessa's hand shook as she dialed 911. Yes, I need officers at 847 Willowbrook Drive immediately. There's an illegal business operation and child exploitation. She never finished that sentence. Two police cars arrived within minutes. Officer James Morrison stepped out first, a tall man with kind eyes, who immediately assessed the situation. His partner, Officer Rachel Torres, followed close behind. What seems to be the problem here? Officer Morrison asked. Vanessa launched into a dramatic monologue about violations, illegal commerce, and parental neglect. She showed them her phone full of photos and videos she'd taken of Lily over the past 3 weeks. Hundreds of photos, videos of my daughter playing, riding her bike, drawing, laughing. Officer Therese's expression changed instantly. Ma'am, how long have you been photographing this child? That's not relevant. I'm document violations. You have over 300 images and videos of this minor on your phone, Officer Torres said, her voice sharp. We're going to need to see some identification. This is ridiculous. I'm the victim here. I'm trying to protect this community. Officer Morrison's radio crackled. He stepped away, speaking in low tones. His face grew increasingly serious. When he returned, everything shifted. Vanessa Sterling, Officer Morrison's voice had changed completely. We are going to need you to come with us. Excuse me? I called you. These are the criminals. Ma'am, there is a warrant for your arrest. You need to come with us now. The neighborhood had gathered. At least 20 people watched as Vanessa's perfect world crumbled. This is insane. For what? Parking tickets? Vanessa was screaming now, her composure completely shattered. Officer Torres stepped forward with handcuffs. Vanessa Sterling, you're under arrest for embezzlement, wire fraud, money laundering, and identity theft. You have the right to remain silent. No, no, this is a mistake. But it wasn't a mistake. Marcus Shen had been investigating for months after noticing discrepancies in his HOA dues. What he discovered was staggering. Vanessa had been systematically stealing from every resident in Willowbrook Estates for over 4 years. She'd created fake violation fines and pocketed the money. She'd invented emergency maintenance fees that never went to actual repairs. She'd been charging residents for services that didn't exist, improvements that never happened, security upgrades that were completely fictional. The total, over $340,000 stolen. But the most disturbing part came during the FBI's investigation. Vanessa had specifically targeted families with children, using the HOA rules as a weapon to terrorize them into paying made-up fines. Without question, she'd calculated that parents would pay anything to avoid conflict and protect their kids. Mild violation fines alone totaled $1,850, all completely fabricated charges that had nothing to do with actual HOA bylaws. The hundreds of photos of Lily on Vanessa's phone, they revealed an obsession that went beyond enforcement. Forensic analysis showed she'd been stalking multiple children in the neighborhood, documenting their every move, waiting for any excuse to find their parents. Detective Sarah Martinez arrived within the hour to take my statement. Mrs. Anderson, I need you to understand something. This woman wasn't just stealing money. She was using your children as tools for extortion and developing concerning behavioral patterns. You probably saved other families by standing up to her. The trial was swift. Vanessa Sterling pleaded not guilty, claiming she was simply maintaining community standards. The jury deliberated for 90 minutes, guilty on all accounts. She was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison and ordered to repay every stolen dollar plus damages. During sentencing, the judge said something that gave me chills. You weaponized innocence. You turned children's joy into profit margins. You deserve far worse than what the law allows me to give you. Willowbrook Straits underwent a complete transformation. The HOA dissolved and reformed with new leadership, new bylaws that protected children's right to play, and complete financial transparency. Marcus Chen became the new treasurer with full auditing authority. Lily's lemonade stand became a neighborhood tradition. Every Saturday, different families hosted, with all proceeds going to local charities. We raised over $15,000 for animal shelters, food banks, and children's hospitals. And Lily, she still draws with chalk on our driveway. But now, the entire neighborhood joins her. Every Sunday, Willowbrook Drive transforms into a massive chalk art gallery. Rainbows, butterflies, flowers, and messages of hope covering every driveway. 6 months after Vanessa's arrest, I received a letter. It was from another HOA victim 3 towns over. She'd read about our story in the news. Her HOA president was targeting her autistic son for behavioral violations. She wanted to know if she should fight back. I called her that night. Document everything, I told her. Stand up for your child. The bullies always expose themselves eventually. Because that's what I've learned. People who hide behind rules to hurt others are usually breaking the biggest rules of all. And when you stand up for the innocent, when you protect the powerless, karma doesn't just knock on the door, it kicks it down with a federal warrant. Lily is 9 now. She still wants to help every animal, every person, every living thing she encounters. That's who she is, pure, unbreakable goodness. And no HOA tyrant, no matter how powerful they seem, could ever destroy that. Some call it justice, some call it karma. I call it what happens when you mess with someone's kid.